The invisible battle. There's a war happening inside you right now. You didn't choose to fight it. Nobody trained you for it. Nobody warned you. You simply woke up one day already losing. Every time you snap at someone you love, that's a battle you lost. Every time you scroll instead of start, that's a battle you lost. Every time your hands shake before a conversation that shouldn't scare you at all, that's a battle you lost. Without even realizing a war was on, most people believe their mind is who they are. It isn't. Your mind is a separate system, running old patterns, reacting to threats that vanished years ago. You are not weak, you are untrained. And that difference changes everything. Comfort is the real enemy. Ask most people what's holding them back, and they'll blame time, or luck, or other people. They're wrong. Almost always, the real enemy is quieter than that. It doesn't attack you. It soothes you. It agrees with you. It tells you tomorrow is fine, that rest is deserved, that this resistance means something is wrong. Comfort doesn't look like an enemy, because enemies are supposed to hurt. Comfort feels like relief. That's the trick. Think about the last time you avoided something hard. Did it feel like defeat, or did it feel, quietly, like a small victory? That's the danger. Comfort rewards you the instant you surrender to it, and your brain mistakes that relief for wisdom. Here's a strange fact about your nervous system. It cannot tell the difference between this is genuinely dangerous and this is unfamiliar. Public speaking, cold showers, difficult conversations, starting something new, none of these will kill you. Yet, your body responds as if they might, so the mind negotiates. It builds an excuse and dresses it up as logic, and you obey because disobeying feels like fighting your own nature. Bruce Lee understood this problem 60 years ago, long before behavioral scientists had the language for it. Bruce Lee's hidden lesson. People remember Bruce Lee for speed, for power, for the way he moved like something between a human and a weapon. But that was never the interesting part. The interesting part was how he thought. He once said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." Most people hear that and think it's about martial arts. It isn't. It's about identity. The man who practices 10,000 kicks once is chasing variety. He's collecting experiences, hoping quantity will eventually become mastery. The man who practices one kick 10,000 times isn't training a kick anymore. He's training a nervous system, rewiring how his body responds under pressure, until the response arrives before fear even has time to speak. That's the hidden lesson. Discipline was never about doing many things. It's about doing one uncomfortable thing so many times that your mind stops treating it as uncomfortable. Most people scatter their effort across 100 small resistances, hoping one of them accidentally builds toughness. It never does. Toughness isn't collected. It's carved one repeated confrontation at a time with the same fear, faced the same way, until it stops being fear at all. The warrior within. Here's a question worth sitting with. If your mind reacted to stress the way it did 3 years ago, has anything actually changed? Or have you just gotten better at hiding it? Most people mistake maturity for mastery. They assume getting older automatically means getting stronger. It doesn't. Age changes your vocabulary. It rarely changes your wiring. A warrior, in the way Bruce Lee meant it, was never someone without fear. Fear is just information the body flagging uncertainty. A warrior is someone who has trained the gap between that signal and their response until the gap becomes a choice instead of a reflex. This is where most self-improvement advice gets it wrong. It tells you to eliminate fear, to silence doubt, to think positive until discomfort disappears. That's not training. That's avoidance, wearing a costume. The real skill is staying present inside discomfort without letting it drive. Bruce Lee trained his body to stay loose under attack because a tense body reacts slower and breaks easier. The mind works the same way. A rigid mind cracks under pressure. A flexible, aware mind bends and keeps moving. He called this being like water. Water doesn't fight the shape of the obstacle. It moves through it, around it, adapting instantly. and keeps flowing no matter what stands in its way. Most people fight their emotions like they're punching through concrete. Warriors learn to flow around the punch instead, mastering emotional control. Here's something almost nobody tells you about emotional reactions. They arrive first, on purpose. Your emotional response reaches your body roughly 200 milliseconds before rational thought catches up. Biologically, you feel before you think. Every single time. This is why willpower alone keeps failing. Willpower is a rational tool, trying to outfight a response that's already ahead of it. You're not lacking discipline. You're using the wrong tool at the wrong stage of the fight, so what actually works, interruption, not suppression. When Bruce Lee sparred, he didn't try to stop an incoming strike with brute force. He redirected it using the attacker's own momentum against them. Emotional mastery works almost identically. You cannot suppress anger, panic, or humiliation through pure will, because suppression only delays the reaction. It never dissolves it. What you can do is redirect the energy the moment you notice it rising. A held breath. A slowed exhale. 1 second of silence before you speak. That single second is the only real weapon your rational mind has, and most people never use it because they don't know it exists. Emotional control was never about feeling less. It was about responding later, on purpose, instead of reacting instantly, by accident, winning the inner war. Here's a paradox worth sitting with. The calmest people under pressure are often the ones who've lost control the most times. In private, nobody starts disciplined. Discipline is just accumulated failure, refined. Bruce Lee wasn't naturally fearless. Those who trained with him described moments of real doubt and injuries that nearly ended his career entirely. The difference wasn't the absence of struggle. It was what he did immediately after struggling. Most people treat failure as proof they should stop. Warriors treat failure as data. Something happened. Something can be adjusted. That's it. No spiral. No self-punishment. No identity crisis. Just information, absorbed and applied. This single shift from failure as judgment to failure as feedback is close to the real secret behind mental toughness. It won't trend online. But it's the actual mechanism behind almost everyone who stays calm under pressure. Winning the inner war doesn't mean never losing a round. It means refusing to let one lost round define every round after it. The daily mental training. So how does this actually get trained? Not theoretically. Practically. Start small. Deliberately uncomfortable. Repeated daily. Choose one moment each day where your instinct is to escape and stay in it 3 seconds longer than feels natural. A hard conversation. A cold shower. Sitting with silence instead of reaching for your phone. The specific action barely matters. What matters is choosing discomfort on purpose, at a scale small enough that you'll actually do it again tomorrow. This mirrors exactly what Bruce Lee meant with his one kick, 10,000 times. You're not trying to fix your entire personality in one heroic afternoon. You're training a single override again and again until your nervous system stops treating it as a threat. Track it, if that helps. Not for motivation, but for evidence, proof collected daily that your reactions are shifting even slowly, even invisibly, is often the only thing that keeps someone consistent long enough for the training to actually work. Nothing about this is dramatic. That's exactly why it works. Dramatic transformations rarely last. Quiet, repeated ones almost always do. The final decision, go back to the beginning, that invisible battle, the one you didn't choose, the one you've been quietly losing without realizing there was ever a fight. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's still here, right now, in this exact moment. But something has changed since the first sentence of this video. You now know what you're actually fighting, not laziness, not weakness, but a trained pattern built from comfort, reinforced by avoidance, and mistaken for who you are. That pattern can be retrained. Slowly, deliberately, one repeated confrontation at a time, Bruce Lee once said. Notice that the stiffest tree is most easily cracked, while the bamboo survives by bending with the wind. Maybe the goal was never to become unbreakable. Maybe it was always to become the kind of person who bends, adapts, and keeps moving no matter what tries to stop them. Now I want to ask you something. What's the one habit, fear, or weakness you've decided to defeat after watching this video? Write your answer below. I read every thoughtful comment, and your story might inspire someone else to begin their own battle.